I didn't set out to film a video about wilderness safety. I just wanted to document a fun camping and mountain biking trip to a new spot, and maybe share a few tips for anyone thinking of visiting. But things didn't go quite as planned. I got lost, and what started as a mellow trail day turned into more of a backcountry reality check. So this one's going to have a little more lessons learned and a little less single track. The Black Hills of South Dakota rise abruptly from the Great Plains. This region is surprisingly remote. It holds 1.2 million acres of national forest land, so if you like getting off the grid and into the wilderness, there's plenty of space to roam. I'm always on the lookout for places where I can combine camping and mountain biking. The Pactola Reservoir Campground and the Shanks Trail System are only a 12-mile drive apart from each other, and so they were a perfect pairing. The campground sits at 4,600 feet in a forest of ponderosa pines, and the forest floor was loaded with cones, perfect for fueling my solo stove. I would describe the Shanks Trail System as delightfully primitive. The section I rode was a blast, tight, rugged, and totally remote. This area is actively used for cattle grazing, and you won't find much in the way of signage or cell service. To make matters more interesting, I was still recovering from COVID when I arrived, with some lingering brain fog which might have played a part in how I got lost. Here's the Trail Forks map of the area. The campground is over here by the reservoir. From there, it's a quick drive on US Highway 385, then South Dakota Route 44, then Log Porch Road, and finally to the trailhead parking area.
Okay, here's the parking area off of Log Porch Road, and here is the trailhead. So per my plan, I'm going to take the road up to save some energy and enjoy the single track here as a downhill. Oh, well, so far so good. I'm getting some good elevation gain here on this log jam road, whatever it's called. And unfortunately though, I do not have cell signal. I have signal, but it says it's not connected. Some kind of bullshit. Me looking at the maps this morning, that's gonna have to do. Whatever stuck in my brain is what I'm gonna rely on. And hopefully the Rona brain fog doesn't come to bite me today. Can't remember what this road is off to the right. I'm sure I'll write it down for you. Yeah, this is the shortcut to get to kind of the North Blue Trails, which also I can't remember the names of, but I'll leave some text. Hopefully I remember this correctly. Well, yet to see what the single track is like, but this road here, boy, I would not want to do this in a hardtail. I'd say full suspension only and make it a pretty rugged full suspension bike. Plenty of cow pies out here as well. Man, I really hope I know where I'm going. To be or not to be? That's the question. I don't know which road to take. Making the tough but responsible decision here. I'm not sure where I am. And if I'm where I think I am, I have just come to the intersection of Log Porch Road again. And this way would take me to the blue trails that are on the kind of the north side of the system. And this way will eventually take me back, and I can hook up with where I want to do my downhill. You know, I'm getting tired. I'm not sure where I am. I'm sick. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not happy with it, but I'm going to do the responsible thing here and start heading back towards the car. Really is pretty out here, though. This is a really beautiful area. That's too bad. That's all invasive mullein. They gotta get somebody out here to take care of this. Oh man, not another fork in the road that I don't remember. Hey buddy, you know the way back to the highway? Stick with me here, and sorry for all the whining. If we're heading where I think we're heading, then we're about to hit a nice long downhill single track. And there's always the possibility that I'm just way beyond f***ing lost, and I'm gonna have to turn around and go all the way back, and that's gonna take a long time at this point. So I sure hope this is correct. Well, I'm honestly just going by feel at this point. I think I'm going the right way. I know I'm heading kind of west and south right now just based on the sun position. But boy, I wish I had a working phone. You might ask, why don't I just open up Trail Forks? Well, I did. I downloaded the app, but every time I try to start the app, it just freezes up my phone. It's probably because my phone's a 10-year-old Galaxy. But that's why Trail Forks doesn't work. But what I should have done is taken a screen grab of the Trail Forks map system so I could at least have something to look at. If I'm not going where I think I'm going, my only option is to retrace my steps. And that's a couple hours. Oof. Let's hope that's not the case. Hopefully there's some single track downhill ahead. Oh man, this sucks. This road just isn't turning like I know it's supposed to. The safe thing to do is to retrace my steps, go all the way back. Man, it is getting late in the day, but I do know I need to get over that ridge right there, and this trail doesn't seem to be doing it. Well, I better get on with it. Boy, if I lost daylight and got lost, that'd be bad news. I hear that COVID cough. At least I know there's a lot of downhill to start. Woo! But there's going to be a big uphill I'm going to have to do, and I am not looking forward to it. Well, this is the long uphill portion that I'm going to have to take to retrace my steps. At least I'm happy that I'm about halfway back to the log jam road, and I haven't gotten lost. So, and I got water. I'm feeling a little better now about my predicament. You can just enjoy the views now. Along the trail, next to some trembling aspens, we have a crataegus. Still feeling good about my predicament. Good enough to film another update here. Again, I'm retracing my steps. I recognize where I am. I've got some water. Sun's starting to hang a little low, but I'm anticipating I'll get back to the car before sundown. All right. Still on the climb, but I am feeling good. Second wind, who knows what, but I feel great. And there is a little segment of single track that I do know where to get to, and I'll be ending the day on that. So pretty out here. All right, just a little bit more uphill, and then I've reached the crest. It's mostly downhill back to the car, and hopefully, not hopefully, for sure, I'll be taking some single track. That's it. We've reached the crest. That was it. It's not going to be much, but hey, a little bit of single track back to the car. Heels down on this trail, Jesus Christ. Heels down.
The footage here doesn't quite capture how thrilling this trail was. Tight, technical, and lined with obstacles. Every turn demanded your full attention, and you really had to time your pedal strokes just right. As I let the last bit of riding footage play, here are two big takeaways from the day. First, trail forks, or really any map, isn't perfect. Not every road or trail shows up, and when you hit an intersection, it might not be the one you're expecting. Given the lack of cell service here, you'll want to download any maps ahead of time and use trail forks in offline mode to get your GPS location. And second, always make sure you can retrace your steps. Pay attention to trail intersections, landmarks, and how long it takes to get from one point to the next. Don't rely on technology alone for navigation. I didn't see a single person in 5 hours out here. I would have been alone in light clothing as temperatures started to drop for the night. But even with the unexpected detour, this was a beautiful place to visit and a trip I won't forget. I hope this video helps you plan your own adventure out here, and maybe avoid getting lost in the process.
was awesome.